Okay, so I've just spent a week at Sura Detox, and it's been really interesting actually. I think my expectation coming in was just, how do you do a 5 or 6 day water fast? It almost sounded impossible to me. Obviously, never done anything like that in my life. I've done a few days juicing before, and maybe some intermittent fasting, but it just sounded, incomprehensible. And actually, it hasn't been. It's been certainly from a hunger level. It's been remarkably manageable, and that was probably the bit that I feared was just this intense hunger, and how do you manage that, and how does it build up? But actually, that was probably one of the easiest bits to manage. The more sort of challenging side has been around feeling depleted and sort of losing energy and heavy limbs and stuff like that. So I can't pretend that I've loved the experience. It has been a challenge, and that's what I expected. I'm not even 100% sure whether I would do it again, but I think I'll see how I feel in the next few days and over the next couple of weeks, where I think there'll be that sort of resurgence in energy. In fact, today is the first day that we've obviously eaten, broken fast, and I'm already feeling hugely better. But what I would say is that if you're curious and you've thought about doing something like this for a long time, then I can't think of a better environment to do it in. I genuinely would not have succeeded if I tried to do this at home. Not a chance. Even being here was a challenge where the thoughts go off. Shall I sneak off and just buy a banana or an apple or find a little cheeky cafe or something? And if I'd been at home, I would have given in. But the days here are really well structured. So the fact that you start the day with Tai Chi, and some days, forcing myself to get into the Tai Chi was a challenge, because I was just very depleted of energy in the mornings, but after an hour of kind of movement and body work and a bit of meditation, then I felt 100 times better. So I'd make myself do that. And then when you get the treatments at certain points of the day, or maybe some yoga, or there's some talks interesting around how the body works and food, all that kind of stuff, it just means that you're occupied basically. So instead of, if I was at home, I would have just constantly been thinking about what I wasn't eating, but because I was entertained, then that was a really good distraction. But also the quality of the treatments. I had shiatsu, never had that before. Really beautiful experience, really enjoyed it. Yeah, a couple of other treatments, and they were all great quality. And then towards the end of the day, as I was really feeling battered and thought I was going mad, then I'd just pop off and have a sauna and a jacuzzi and perhaps use the swimming pool. So there were times that I definitely wanted it to end, and I'd had enough, and if there'd been a banana on the side, I would have taken it with glee. So you do go through some highs and lows. I was probably expecting more sort of euphoric highs and maybe some clarity of thought and that sort of stuff, and I didn't really get that. I went from being very sort of heavy and lethargic to being a little bit better than that, but not euphoric. But today, post eating, I feel good. I've survived. Pleased that I did it. Overall, proud that I've done it. You'll have to ask me in a few weeks whether I do it again. But good luck if you do it yourselves. All right, cheers.